In this video, you're going to learn how to set up a Facebook product catalog so you can take advantages of all the retargeting benefits that come with it, as well as doing things like excluding products that are out of stock and everything else that comes with using product catalogs. So let's jump straight over to the Facebook Business Manager and have a look at how we do it. All right, so once we're in the Business Manager, business.facebook.com, the first thing that you need to do is make sure that you've selected the correct Business Manager account if you have multiple. So you can see up here on the left, that is my Business Manager account. You can click that drop down and select a different one if that's not correct. Now, once you're here, you need to click on the little menu at the top, the Business Tools menu, and go to Catalog Manager. From here, you need to click Create Catalog. Now you get a few different options here. So choose the one that's most relevant to you. So whether you're in e-commerce, travel, real estate, or automotive, most people are going to be in e-commerce that watch this video, so I'm going to choose that. Click Next. Now we've got a few different options here. Well, two different options actually. So we can upload our product info using a form, a data feed, or the Facebook Pixel, or you can connect directly to an e-commerce platform. So if you use a particular platform like Shopify, WooCommerce, I think BigCommerce, and a few others, you can see the list right here. Magento, OpenCart are the others. Then you just select your option here, click Finish Setup, and it's going to run you through exactly how to set it up. The beauty of these particular e-commerce platforms and Facebook is they have a direct integration, and it's really easy to link your product catalog up to these platforms. But if you're not using one of those, you're going to need to manually upload your product info. So select that option, give your catalog a name. So I'm going to call this Example, and I'm going to click Create. From there, simply click View Catalog. And once we've got a new catalog, the first thing we need to do is add some items to it. So we're going to click Items, Add Items. Again, we've got three options here that we can choose from. So we can add them manually. This is great if you've got 50 products or less. Now, the reason for that is you have to add each product individually. So if you've got only a small store, maybe a few products, and those products don't change regularly, then go ahead and choose Add Manually, and you can enter the details really quickly and easily. As you can see here, if I choose Next, I simply add the image files, the title, the description, a link. I can add in different sizing as variants later, different colors and everything as well. That's how you would go through and do this for each of your individual products if you had a small store and they didn't change regularly. But if you've got a larger store and lots of products and they change regularly, like go in and out of stock and you bring in new products and you get rid of some products, then you'll want to use the bulk upload option. So we can click that and then click Next. Now you want to create a file. So we can upload a file, schedule a feed, or use Google Sheets. Now, most of the e-commerce platforms out there, even if they're not one on that initial list, will have a way to push your catalog to a feed. So you can set it up as a scheduled feed. They will push your inventory out into a CSV file or a file that's readable by Facebook, and you can set that up here. If you choose File Upload, that's where you have to pick a spreadsheet manually and upload it to Facebook. Now, the downside of that is you need to come in and upload that file regularly. It doesn't automatically update. So if you're happy to do that once a day, once every couple of days, whatever you need to do, then file upload is your best option. If you have a way to set up a scheduled feed, then that is by far and away a better option than the manual file upload. Or you can do Google Sheets. And so if you've got a way like a Zapier or something that's hooked up to automatically update stock levels and products and things inside a Google Sheet, then choose Google Sheets. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to choose File Upload and click Next just to show you for this example. Now what we can do here is upload a file in a particular format with a list of our products and send that off to Facebook. Now what you can do here is simply click on the file format that you prefer. So I'm going to click CSV, and that will download a template for you to use. So I would simply save that to my computer, and then you open up that template and you'll see something like this. This is a sheet that you can now just fill in with each of your different products. So you can see we've got an ID column, we've got title, description, availability, and at the top it tells you which ones are required. So you can see this field is required, but this one is optional. So you would just go through and enter all of your different products. So you can see they've got an example there to show you exactly how to set this up. So you go in, set up each of your different products with all of the required fields and as many as the optional ones as you can. I recommend filling in as many of those optional details as you're able to, but if you don't have them, that's fine, leave them blank. Once you have filled in your sheet, then you simply come back over here and click upload. And just like that, here's a quick example that I filled in, and I've gone ahead and dropped that file over here to add to the list. We're going to click next and upload. Selected my currency here as well. Now that's just going to upload my list to Facebook, and then it's going to pass the file, check it all out, make sure everything looks good. Okay, so you can see here we've got one warning where it says some products or properties have issues that might lower your catalog quality. If I click view report, it will show us. Now these aren't showstoppers. This isn't going to prevent us from using the catalog. It's just a warning, but this will give us insights so we can fix it next time around. Now, what it's saying here is that the Google product category field doesn't match the standard taxonomy defined by Google. So what you need to do is it's saying go to this page, look at the standard taxonomy that Google uses for their product categories, and enter something that matches their taxonomy. So if we go back here into the sheet, you can actually scroll across and you can see it's this field here, Google product category, right here. Let me just make that bigger for you. And you can see if you select this very top row, it says a preset value from Google's product taxonomy, for example, apparel and accessories, clothing, dresses, max character limit. So what you need to do is change this to match something that's in Google's list at that URL that I just mentioned here. But I'm not going to worry about that. It's not going to break anything. My catalog is just fine as it is. And we can see that we've already got that there. So let's go back to our overview now. And then from our overview, we can actually see we've got our catalog with 4 items in this particular catalog. You can see the drop down here. It's called example, and we can click manage. And from here, we can add more items, we can create a product set, manage items in the catalog, or whatever we need to do. But at this point, you've actually got a catalog, it's all set up, it's ready to go. You can go and use that with your Facebook ad targeting and with your Facebook ad configurations. Now, the other way to set these up, if you go to add items here, we can also do the bulk upload option, click next, and you can schedule a feed. So I'm just going to walk you through that quickly now as well. So here is if you do have, as I said, a setup where your e-commerce platform outputs your catalog into a feed on a regular basis, then you can set this up. So you just simply put the URL where your feed gets pushed to, and then if it's got a login and password, then you simply enter that detail here. After that, you can click next, choose the time to schedule your updates. So I'm going to just enter some dummy data in here. So we can click next on that. From here, we can choose how often you want it to update. So if my feed is only getting updated once a day, then I would just simply click daily and put it a little bit after my feed gets updated. So if my feed gets updated at 1 p.m., then I might say at 1:15, I want you to go and pull the latest feed every day. There's no point pulling an hourly feed if the feed on the back end only gets updated once a day. It's simply a waste of resources. There's no reason to do it. Okay, or you can do weekly, whatever you prefer to do based on how your system is set up and working. So let's go with hourly just for this example. Click next, and then you can just give the data source a name, click upload, and that's going to go through and complete the upload. So it's going to say, here's what happened with our first upload, and I put a URL that doesn't actually work, so it's not going to work, but for yours, it should pull in data and start to actually bring in items into your catalog. Now, the last way we can do that, I'm just going to duck back over to my overview section here, and I'm going to click manage my catalog again, and I'm going to go add items. And here I'm going to go use bulk upload and just show you what happens if we choose that final option, which is Google Sheets. So I'm going to click Google Sheets, click next. Okay, now here we can just go to Google Sheets, start a new spreadsheet. So I click that, okay, so we go new spreadsheet. And then from here we can import, upload to add your file. Again, remember, you need to have it set up using the format that they use. Replace the current sheet with the import. And then boom, you're away, off to the races. You can simply upload the URL to your sheet, schedule the updates. So again, this is assuming that your Google Sheets uses something that is pushing new data in and updating the data on a regular basis. This is not something that you would manually do. If you're manually doing it, do it the way that I showed you previously. This is for an automated setup where your Google Sheet is getting updated by your backend system on a regular basis. You simply go through the process, click next, and it will update the items. Now, before we close out, just a quick look through the catalog. You can go back to your items section. You can see all of the different items that we have. So you can see what data Facebook is bringing in. So you can see I've got this shorts, out of stock, condition, used. We don't have images here. So because I didn't put in real image URLs, then it hasn't pulled in an actual image. So you can use this as a way to check and verify that your catalog is working properly. This is a red flag for me. I can go, well, my images aren't working. I need to go into this item and update the image and fix that up. Okay, so the way you could do it is you can come in and do it manually, but I recommend just updating your sheet, putting the correct URL, uploading the whole sheet again, and then that will update all of your stock with the correct thing. Now, when you go to set up your ads, you can use sets. So if you've got items that you want to put in particular sets, like t-shirts in one set, shorts in another set, all different things, you can go and create those sets in here as well, simply by clicking create set and selecting the items that you want to do. You can also do this inside your spreadsheet when you upload the items. There's a column there where you can specify which set a particular item belongs to if you have a lot of inventory and you want to quickly add them to sets without having to come in here and do it manually after. All right, so that wraps up how to set up your Facebook product catalog. If you've enjoyed this video, please just give it a thumbs up. Tells me that you enjoyed the video. Really helps with the YouTube algorithm and all that good stuff. So that's all I ask, is that you give it a like. If you want to hear more from me, make sure you click the subscribe button and click that little bell to get notified whenever I release a new video on Facebook advertising or digital marketing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you out, and I'll see you next time. Bye. In this video, you're going to learn how to set up a Facebook product catalog. That's going to unlock all the benefits that come with using product catalogs. Why can't I spit that out? In this video, you're going to learn how to set up a Facebook... I'm not even speaking right. In this video, you're going to learn how to set up